Alright, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday. Our good friend Luigi was in with some new vintages from one of our favorite producers in Tuscany, Carpineta Fontalpino, and they make a Chianti. They also do some IGT, some super Tuscan wines, and Chianti Colli which Colli is a smaller appellation. It's just outside the Classico area. This wine, 100% Sangiovese. The reason why we go to Tuscany, and this is a lovely fresh red berry nose here, some cherries and wild strawberries, some dusty earth there, flowers and herbs. A light and refreshing wine, pretty floral notes and dried herbs showing on the finish, along with a light amount of earth. A very good little example of an entry-level Chianti at $17.75. All right, the Chianti Classico. This wine has a good bit more herbs and sage and kind of earthy qualities of Chianti. 100% Sangiovese, also aged for 12 months in French barriques, located in the southern part of Chianti Classico. You get a little bit of oak spice from that oak aging there, but a lot of bright red berry fruit, also red licorice spice, some dried mushroom. Still your classic Chianti. Rich and round red berry fruit on the tongue with a nice silky smooth texture. This one's got a nice hint of earth and a nice freshness to the finish. Should last for 5 to 7 years easily. Very well balanced. This 2012 excellent juice at $24.50. All right, the Chianti Classico Reserva. Reserva means it's just aged for an extra year, usually a selection of better fruit, and they only produce 6,000 bottles of this Reserva as opposed to 50,000 bottles of the Classico. This wine also 100% Sangiovese, spends 18 months in barrique, and this wine has a beautiful bouquet, a little darker cherry fruit here, some wild strawberry, maybe some dark spices, fresh plowed earth, tobacco, herbs. Really well-endowed bouquet here. Definitely another level up of Chianti Classico, and this vintage 2010 is a rock star vintage for Chianti Classico. This wine will age a decade, 2 decades, possibly even more. Chianti Classico usually is not a wine you think of that you'd keep a long time, but this wine is very well built on the palate. A firm core of ripe berry fruit. Tannins still quite big, turning a bit dry at the end, but this wine's got lots of everything. Just needs some time. Most excellent juice. The 2012 Fontalpino Tuscan IGT, a blend of Sangiovese, Gamay, and Alicante Bouschet, aged in Slavonian oak and French barrique, and they produce 18,000 bottles of this wine, and the name Fontalpino refers to the hill in front of the winery where Siena defeated the army of Florence, and they only did this one time, so it's a very historical site. I guess the army of Florence is much better than the army of Siena. Everybody gets lucky once in a while. Anyways, a good amount of dark earth here, some wildflowers, black licorice, a host of dark and red berry fruit, very aromatic, a little new leather here, big and chewy wine, a lot of ripe tannins here, a good amount of dark spices, leather, tar-like notes, excellent juice. All right, the Carpineta Doedes, which this is no indication of what varietals are on the label here, and it's kind of one of my pet peeves. I like information. This wine does have Sangiovese, Merlot, and Cabernet Sauvignon in equal parts. Let's just put it on the label. 20 months in oak, an additional 8 months in the bottle. This wine has a beautiful bouquet, though, no matter what's in the bottle. You open it up. This is one of the best values from Tuscany in the Super Tuscan category at $38. Wow, big and chewy. Lots of forward dark currant cassis berry fruit, bitter chocolate, espresso-like notes on the finish, lots of tannins, but lots of everything. This wine needs a decade in your cellar, or you could just buy the 2000 vintage that we have here in the store. I think we got 4 vintages of this wine. One of my favorites and a great value, most excellent juice. And then the Dauphana, which this is Petit Verdot and Sangiovese, kind of an odd blend, 50-50, 24 months in French oak, only 6,000 bottles produced, but this wine's got a really interesting bouquet of dark raspberry, blueberry, tobacco, violet, black licorice. Really unique and exotic on the palate too, but this one's got a lot of tannins. Man, does it need time. But it's got a lot of fruit, and it's got a firm hand of acidity, really well built. If you got 10 years to hold on to this one, we recommend that highly. Most excellent juice, though, at $74.25, as is everything from Fattoria Carpineta, a great property in Tuscany. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.